What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Jhino, and today we got a little fun video. This is Matt Sheldon from Become Elite. If you don't know, he is one of the legends in the soccer/football community. I've been watching his videos for years, ever since I was, young, probably around like 15, 16. So it's been almost a decade I've been watching his videos, man. He's one of the GOATs. But in this video, it says, if you play center midfield, try this test. So looks like it's just gonna be some clips from some professional games. It's gonna show a part of the clip, and then you got to decide. It's gonna freeze, then you decide what's the best option in a few seconds. So I play midfield. That's my preferred position. Midfielder first, then striker, then winger. So we're gonna see if I got ball knowledge. And then also, it's fun. It's gonna be fun. So also, y'all can test yourselves too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what this video is talking about, and let's see how many I can get right and how many y'all can get right. Let's go.
Q quiz for central midfielders. For this quiz, we'll be studying last year's Champions League match between AC Milan and Liverpool, and specifically, we'll be watching the three central midfield players for Liverpool: Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch. Yes, these quizzes are not perfect. Yes, the game looks very different when you pause it. Yes, there's always multiple right decisions at one time, but I try to watch these games and try to find situations where I think one decision stands out to me and the players on the field as the correct decision. The goal of this is never to say there's only one right way to play football, but in general, there's rules that you kind of follow for the most part. So let's get into it. Question number one, Liverpool start with a very high press.
So before we get into this, I already saw question number one and number two. So I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, I watched these, but I didn't watch the rest of the video. So
AC Milan's goal kick. I want to focus on Gravenberch to see where he should move defensively. A, should he step on Loftus-Cheek here? B, should he stay put exactly where he is? C, should he step wide as Theo Hernandez pops out wide? Or D, should he shift left and allow McAllister to push forward?
see, I said stay put. That's only just because I didn't know where the goalie's gonna kick it. So my philosophy is just stay put and then see where to go next. And what do y'all choose?
The answer is C. You can see Liverpool is pressing from that far side of the field and pushing the game to that near side. Theo Hernandez is jumping out wide.
It's like, see, I could see that now in real time, but see, he also, like you said, things look different when they're paused and in real time, because then you maybe can see in the game that somebody's shifting that side, you make that decision, whatnot, but it just depends. But for me, like I said, I'd rather stay in the middle, protect the middle first, because that's the most dangerous, and then if I need to go out wide, shift out wide.
And he's going to be wide open. So either Trent Alexander-Arnold needs to step, but in my opinion, and I think what the player saw as well, Gravenberch needs to leave his man and shift wide to cover this area. Question number two, the ball makes its way to McAllister here in the middle of the field. Where should he play this ball next? A, should he pass this ball wide to his left back, Tsimikas? B, should he drive forward off the dribble? C, should he try to find the ball all the way over to Gakpo on the far side of the field? Or D, should he play into Jota's feet checking in here? So he's sad seeing Jota here.
RIP.
In any of these
Jota.
game analysis and the tactical IQ quizzes, it's always tough.
This one, I feel like, though, is pretty simple. I mean, if you don't get this one, then I mean, you need to go back to the drawing board a little bit. But I think this one's pretty easy. I said just pass to the left back. Simple switch.
For me, I think that ball should go to his left back, Tsimikas, because of how that defense shifts. They're completely plugging the middle, and especially watching the movement of this player here kind of dropping back, it opens up a clear passing lane to Tsimikas. Gakpo is on that far side, but with how tight it is, ball's bouncing to his thigh. I think it's really, really hard to get the ball all the way over there in that congested of an area with that ball bouncing at you. Not saying he can't do it, but I do think the better answer is Tsimikas here. Question number three, how should Gravenberch move in order to best receive this ball? Should he A, check in to Van Dijk to receive it to feet? B, should he check backwards into this pocket of space? C, should he stay exactly where he is? Or D, should he move over to the left side of the field?
I am going to say check into the pocket of space. I mean, if he goes to his right, he's gonna be blocking his teammate. If he stays put, he has that defender right next to him, and then what was the other option? Goes forward. I mean, maybe he could play a wall pass back and maybe take the player that's next to him out of the game. Quick 1-2, play somebody else. But I think the best option is just check into the pocket of space. Maybe he can turn, figure out something. I feel like that's just the best course of action in this scenario.
The answer is B, check back into that space. By being in line with those two attacking players, it makes it very easy for them to defend you. If you drop back into their blind spot, into the pocket of space, you can do what he does there, receive it on a half turn.
Exactly.
Question number 4. Now let's focus on Soboslai and how he should move in order to best receive the ball. A, should he move to his right into this pocket of space? B, should he roll out all the way to the left between Konate and Trent Alexander-Arnold? C, should he stay exactly where he is? Or D, should he move just a few yards to his left right here?
I mean, for this one, I feel like the obvious answer would be to his right into that pocket of space, like right in here. But then I feel like, I just feel like there's no, if he checks out to his left, if he comes out wide out here, I mean, maybe he could do something. But if he checks slightly, he's blocking his other teammate. Checks too wide. What's the point of that when you already got Alexander Arnold right here? And then I forgot the other option. But what is it? Move left, hold position. If he holds position, defender's in front of him. So I mean, this is the biggest gap of space. That's where I feel like he should just be. Maybe he can flick it on or
the answer
pass
is
it
A.
back.
Again, big pocket of space.
Yeah.
You want somebody there. He could roll out all the way, and that's a common move. But I think it's more effective, and it's a better decision to move where it's most dangerous, and you can receive the ball, which is right in that pocket between those 3-4 players there. Question number 5. Ball starts to come right into Gravenberch in the middle of the field. How should he receive this pass? A, should he receive the ball right at his feet and play it right back to Trent? B, should he receive the ball on the half turn over his right shoulder and try to face forward? C, should he open up a little bit to his right and maybe try to play it to Van Dijk? Or D, should he receive the ball on the half turn over his left shoulder and face forward?
I'm saying either he plays it to Van Dijk or he turns to his left shoulder. Because, see, if he can turn to his left shoulder, he has his teammate right in front of him, right here. He may pass that through ball. He can even pass to maybe Salah right here, maybe. Whoever on the right wing. He can even switch it. He has a bunch of options if he turns to his left. Definitely not turn to the right. I mean, he can. I'm not going to say definitely not. Again, it's multiple options. But maybe this guy cuts this off pretty quickly. Blocks that pass. But I'm saying either it's safe. I'm definitely not saying play it back. Because no. Because why would you got these players right here. That would just make it tough for him. So either Van Dijk, because when he receives it, this guy's going to come to him. He'll be open. Or go to his left. But I think I would go to turn my left. Progress to play.
The answer is D, over the left shoulder and face forward, because when possible, as at center mid there, you want to try to face towards the goal as much as possible.
Exactly.
It's very rare, the higher you go, to have more time to be able to do that. And as you go higher and higher, when that opportunity occurs, you need to take advantage of it. If he receives over the half turn over his right shoulder, still it's not the worst thing in the world, but you are putting your back towards goal, and you're going to miss a lot of the goal scoring or passing opportunities to create a chance that way. Question number 6. Ball comes to Soboslai with tons of time to face forward. What should he do next? A, should he play the ball down the line for Mo Salah, running in behind? B, should he drive forward on the dribble? C, should he switch the ball all the way over to Gakpo? Or D, should he play the ball into the middle of the field for McAllister or Jota here?
Oh, this is a good one. Dang. It's a lot of good options here, but I'm just have to say, I mean, see, I would play the Salah because he's still on sides because he hasn't passed the half field. I mean, it's simple. He's already past the back line, so if you can get a good pass to him, Brett, he should be cleared, and he maybe can get that scoring opportunity. Yes, you can make that switch, and whoever is on the left, could be open, but there's a possibility that that ball takes a while to get to him, and then that defense can shift, close him down. And then I'm not saying the middle, because why would you go middle if you got two people making good runs? I'm gonna say down the line, because if you can get that ball to him before he passes half field, he's gone and he's on sides. So yeah. But that being said, in real time, he also could drive forward to attack the space if there's no other options. But I'm saying, if it's me, again, progressing the play as fast as possible, try to make that curve pass down the line, try to send him through. That's just me.
The answer is C. Play the ball all the way over to Gakpo.
Oh, wow.
I think Mo Salah could be a good option, but there's 3 players tracking that very heavily on that side. Gakpo is in acres of space, and if you look at the body language of 3-4 of the players on Liverpool, they're all screaming to play that far side, because there's tons of space, and Gakpo has the first few steps.
But see, my philosophy, like right here, exactly what I said. Yeah, he plays that ball over, but see, look, it's like he gets it, but then it's behind. Then the touch is iffy, and then now those players have gotten back. And then either way, I mean, there's multiple rights in this one, so he could have went left or right to Salah. I mean, either way, but I can see that
ahead
decision
of where he wants to go. Now the ball's not the best; it's a pinged in ball.
Yeah.
It's difficult to control.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
That's the right idea. Question number 7. Ball comes into Szoboszlai in the middle of the field, and he receives this ball in the half turn. Where should he play this ball next to best advance the ball forward? A, should he play the ball over the top in behind to Mo Salah? B, should he play the ball in behind for Gakpo? C, should he play into Jota's feet here, checking in? Or D, should he drive on the dribble?
Oh man, this is another one that's tough. I would not say Gakpo over here, just because he already kind of has his back to Gakpo. So, and then his defender is on his like left side right here. So that'd be a tougher pass. I mean, if he really wants to get out of pressure quickly, he could make it right here. If he sees that switch, that would be nice. But I would just say drive, and then if this person makes a run, play it through. It's either you can pass it to him, he can lay it back off to get rid of this man, or you drive, and like I said, if he makes that run, you can split him. It's one of these options, but I'm gonna say drive. I don't know. That isn't
The answer is C, into Jota's feet here.
Okay.
This is a little bit of a tricky one.
Okay. Okay. See, that's what I said. It was one of those. I can see. Like I said, it looks different when it's frozen. See, he closed that down pretty quickly. If you go back, look how fast he got there. Oof. Yeah. So I can see if he's that quick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That turn, he's right there. You just play it real quick. Like, yeah, that's what I said. So got that wrong, but technically analyze it pretty correctly.
This is a little
but
bit
you
of a
see
trick.
what I mean, though. That pass right there. That's what I would. If I would have drove forward, I would have tried to make that pass.
Key one, because I do like that ball in behind for Mo Salah
That
because
too.
of I think that's Theo Hernandez's positioning. I think that'd be a great opportunity to go, but how tight it is and how quickly that's being closed down, it's a difficult ball to hit, especially blind like that. Now, that's a very common pass to hit, but it's tough. I think Jota's feet is the right decision. That's what happens here because of how quickly it's being closed up. If you look at the center back that's marking Jota, he's already starting to shift backwards and leave that space, predicting that long ball or something in behind. I think I'll give you a point for the ball in behind for Mo Salah because I do think that's a pretty good option. It's just very difficult to hit the center mid when you're in that position.
Yep.
From here, bird's eye view, easy to see. But yeah, primarily C, but A as well. Question number 8, ball is going to find its way into McAllister. What should his next action be? Should he just pop the ball wide out to his left back, Tsimikas? Should he receive the ball on the half turn over his right shoulder and drive forward? Should he open up to his left and try to play Gravenberch? Or should he just play that ball right back to Van Dijk?
I'm just gonna say she just played out to the out wide. I mean, center mid, you're kind of. I mean, if he goes to back in the middle, it's tight. If he opens up, if he tries to open up, he may get closed down quickly. So I would just say, I mean, your left back is in tons of space. Might as well just go ahead and play him first time. Might as well.
The answer is A, to play it out to Tsimikas
Yeah.
because of how open he is. You've
That's what I'm
already
saying.
broken that front line of AC Milan, and Tsimikas is facing forward with tons of time and space. Opening up over your right shoulder and driving it would still work, but with a guy running at you and that very vertical ball coming into you, it's just complicating advancing the ball up. Tsimikas is facing forward on the touch line with tons of time and space. It's the
after this, bruh, you cannot say I don't know ball. Was it 8? I've gotten 3, I think. We're gonna say partially wrong because again, it's not always one right decision. But I've gotten 3 wrong. We're just gonna say for the video I got 3 wrong. But that's still good. 5 out of 8 so far. I know ball.
The right option there in my eyes, and I think
and I'm explaining it correctly too.
He saw as well. Question number 9, ball comes into Soboslai. What should he do next? A, should he turn over his left shoulder
I know.
forward?
No, what
B,
I know what I would do.
First time in behind for Mo Salah. C, should he turn over his right shoulder and try to find Gakpo on the opposite side? Or D, receive this ball right at his feet and try to play the ball backwards to set up one of his
teammates?
teammates.
Exactly what I would do. I would play Salah behind. Bruh, you see, this is one of my favorite plays, bruh. And so many people that I play with are so scared to pass the ball in the middle. Like, you say if I'm in that type of position, it works, but it works so rare for me because people don't see what I see. So I'm in the middle. I'm like, okay, bet. I see the other guy or somebody else running, making that run. But the person, just say who passed, I forgot who's the right back. Whoever just passed in the ball, whoever's supposed to be passing to me, they take forever, so the chance is gone. All it is to pass it, flick. I just flick it in. That's exactly what I would do. You see Salah right there on the wing. He's already beat his man. Bruh, flick it on, progress the play. Simple. All it takes is one touch. If you can do it, that better be the answer.
The answer is B, play first time in behind Mo Salah, just because he's beat his defender here. He's already behind, a ball into space, he's going to get to that. And
Come on
I
now.
would put that
Come
ball
on now.
9 times out of 10 for Mo Salah to get onto and to create something. Gakpo, again, is a good option, but you're complicating that same outcome. Turning, driving inside, and then hitting that longer pass would be okay, and it would still create a 1v1, but you're going to create a 1v1 with a lot less steps going this way to Mo Salah. And again, there's something to be said about playing the way you're facing primarily as a center mid. It's most of the time what you want to do, especially when you have that clear opportunity there. If I was Mo Salah and I didn't get that ball, I wouldn't be the happiest camper. Question number 10, ball comes into McAllister. What should his next action be? Should he A, try to play into Soboslai's feet here? B, should he try to drive forward on the dribble? C, should he try to play all the way out to Trent Alexander-Arnold on that right side? Or D, should he play out to Tsimikas here?
Okay. So again, this could be an obvious one. Just play it to Tsimikas, or if he plays that ball to whoever's right ahead of him, then I would only do that if they could play the ball out wide. But again, why would you do that when you can just play it out wide yourself? But at the same time, if you look, if he tries to play this ball here too quickly, you already have a man on your left. So maybe he could reach out a foot and then block that, and then maybe they start to counter. So if they could pass it quick, I would go forward, boom, and then maybe try to rely on him to go out wide, and so he can attack the space. That's what I would do. But
answer is D, play out to your left back Tsimikas. I mean, if you look at the positioning of AC Milan here and you kind of map them out, it's really clear where the space is and where the clear opportunity is. It's so congested in the middle and kind of shifted to Liverpool's right side that, in my opinion, it really needs to come out to this left side to get them shifted and try to create an opportunity down that left side.
So either way, like I said, I was correct. But like I said, you have to be there in real time because it's like that's another one. It looks different when it's frozen because it's that possibility that he could get it. But either way, I still say it. Go to the left side. I mean, it's obvious.
Right. Question number 11. Ball is going to come out to McAllister on the corner of the 18-yard box. What should he do with this ball next in order to create the best goal scoring opportunity? A, should he shoot himself, do a curling ball to the far post? B, should he try to slip this ball behind that center back of AC Milan for Szoboszlai, making that cutting, slipping run? C, should he cross or clip this ball back post for Mo Salah and Jota? Or D, should he turn around, come back, and try to play Tsimikas out on this left side?
I mean, for me, it's only two options here. It's either if that striker has good movement, you can slip that ball, but it will rely on a good off the ball movement and good pass. Because I mean, if you slip it through, yeah, it may work, but then you will put him at kind of like an awkward wide angle. So, I think, I mean, you got somebody free at the back post, pretty much. So if you can get a good ball, I think it will give a better chance rather than the slip. Either one is the right idea, but I would just say play back post, to be honest, because I just feel like if you try to slip it in, it's harder for the striker to try to get that real quickly and turn and shoot at a harder angle. So I would say C, back post.
This, again, is tricky. The answer is B. He slips in Szoboszlai right behind that center back. It is a world-class pass. It is a very, very good pass. Great recognition and great movement as well from Szoboszlai. But again, it's not the worst decision to clip it to the back post or to take that shot for yourself if you take another touch and then try to hit that. But yeah, that pass, I think, is world-class. And it's easier to see here when we pause it from this angle. But how quickly McAllister sees that, recognizes it, as well as Szoboszlai seeing that. This is why these guys are at the level they're at. It's very, very cool to watch how quickly they make that decision and how quickly they get on the same page. Question number 12. Ball finds its way into McAllister here after a little bit of a hectic 2 minutes. Given the shape of the team, what should McAllister here do next? A, should he play the ball over to the right side where there's an overload of Liverpool players? B, turn and drive forward on the dribble into this pocket of space. C, calm down and play the ball right back to your center back to allow your team to get back into shape. Or D, receive this ball in the half turn and try to find a switch of play over to the left side.
I think this is pretty simple too. I mean, there's no point in passing it back into the overload because it's at that point it's 5 people in the same square. You're not doing anything with the ball at that point. Everybody's in the same area. Again, if you try to turn and switch it, you could do that, but I feel like it's just overcomplicating the situation. You got somebody on your back that may close you down. Play it right back? You could, but again, you're not progressing the play, and that's still, you're getting nowhere. I say just turn and drive, because if you look, if he turns and he drives into this space, now you have these 2 players in this wide gap, and if they can get on sides, they're through on goal.
The answer is C, to calm down and to let your team get into its shape. Here is the back line for Liverpool. You can see how out of shape they are. It's been hectic. Konate stepped up and it was out of position and it worked out. But at this moment, as a center mid, you need to kind of control the game. And what the game is calling for and asking for at that moment, you need to do. And in this moment, it's calm down, let your players get back into shape, get wide, expand, and then formulate an attack. It's not go, go, go at this moment, even though there's a pocket of space behind McAllister and he can turn and drive. But if you turn and drive and lose the ball when your team's out of shape and they're not ready with that rest defense behind the ball, that's where big problems can occur. So you can see the entire team, the body language of everybody. It's been crazy. Settle down, calm down, keep the ball. Let's get into our shape, expand, and then let's build. Question number 13. Ball is turned over right into Gravenberch. What should he do next? A, should he try to feed this ball directly in behind to Szoboszlai, making a run? B, should he try to find Trent Alexander-Arnold on that far side of the field? C, should he try to drive forward on the dribble? Or D, should he try to play into Jota here to try to keep the ball?
You already know, bruh. Hey, we win it. Yeah. Tons of space. Defense out of position. Play that ball to Szoboszlai. Play it.
I think the answer is pretty clear. I think it
Yeah.
has to be A, to try to feed this ball into Soboslai. Now, it is very tight, and it is a high likelihood for that ball to be intercepted. But whenever you have a 3v2 on the half line and you have 3 players bombing forward against 2 center backs, you have to take a chance. You have to try to feed that ball through over the top, because that's how goal scoring opportunities are created. Trent Alexander-Arnold is 100% on to keep the ball, but this is a counter-attacking moment. Very different from the last time where McAllister received it, and it's not.
That's
This
nice.
is. Question number 14. Ball finds its way all the way up to Soboslai. What should his next action be? Should he A, turn out over his right shoulder and drive into this pocket of space? B, should he turn out over his left shoulder and drive down the line? C, should he try to just lift the ball or play that ball in behind for Mohamed Salah? Or D, just set the ball right back to Trent Alexander-Arnold?
If he has time, if the defender doesn't press him that much, I would try to go to Salah. If the defenders are pressing him, it's 3 decisions that you can make. If he checks his shoulder and realizes that he has a pocket of space behind him, he could turn. But if we're trying to play this in 3 touches max, I don't really think that's the best decision. So I'm either saying if he can get his head up and see Salah in behind, play Salah. If not, play Trent behind him, because Trent can see forward. Like if he can't see if he can't see over his shoulder, if he can't see behind his back, Trent is already seeing forward. So maybe he sees Salah too. He can lay it out to Trent, and Trent can play that ball. So I'm gonna say play Salah, but like I said, it all depends on the context. And if he can't get to Salah and see behind his back, it's Trent. But we're gonna say Salah. If I was in that position, if I can see the person running, I'm gonna play it myself.
I think it has to be C. Salah's making a run down the line wide open. If you get this ball over that defender or around
C?
this defender,
Why'd he go B?
down the line?
Oh, you said C, right?
I think it has to be C. Salah's making a run down the line wide open. If you get this ball over that defender or around this defender, it's a counterattack goal scoring opportunity.
That was right. That's what I was saying.
You could turn out over your right shoulder and drive and try to find the opposite side. But again, you have an open runner down the line. Why complicate it? Why do extra turns and extra dribbles and extra touches to just accomplish the same thing on the opposite side?
Exactly.
And now players will see this and be like, oh, Matt, it didn't work out, so that's not the right decision. You can make the right decision and it not work out because of a technical breakdown or good defending, or maybe it's just barely didn't work. But the whole point of this series is not that you're going to make the right decision and it's always going to result to a goal or a goal scoring opportunity. A lot of times it's just about recognizing the right decisions and continually doing the right decisions. And more likely than not, by doing that, your team's going to succeed. You're going to succeed. You're going to win. You're going to get goals and assists. Question number 15 now. Build up from Liverpool. Ball is going to come into Gravenberch with some pressure at his back. What should he do next? A, should he turn out over his right shoulder and drive forward? B, should he turn out over his left shoulder and drive into this pocket of space? C, should he take a touch to the center of the field and try to play Van Dijk? Or D, should he try to play the ball first time out to Konate?
First time to Konate. You're basically playing a CDM position now. Do not want to turn and lose that ball either way, because you're in a dangerous position. Look at the defenders. You got Van Dijk all the way on the other side of the penalty box. Konate's in the corner. If you lose that ball, you're cooked. So, if you're playing defense, the rule is, well, not necessarily defense, but if you're trying to keep the ball in your own half, try not to play in front of the goal. So, clearly the answer is play first time to Konate. Maybe Konate can see something down the line. Even if he doesn't, it's on the sideline. Everybody gets time to recover in case of the mistake. But shouldn't be a mistake. He has tons of space. He can find another player. That's simple.
I think it has to be D. First time out wide because of the shape of AC Milan's press. Turning out here with that pressure in your back, it might work. But all it takes is 1 out of 10 times for that defender to strip you of the ball. And it's going to be a goal for AC Milan, especially at this level. And then taking a touch centrally and playing to Van Dijk is how they are pressing and how they want to force you. that the way you break that rounded pressure from AC Milan striker is to go where he left and play out to Konate, out to this far side. Now he plays it behind him. It kind of disrupts the way they're building out and to break that press, but it's still the right decision, just technically wasn't executed the best. And I'm not saying I could execute that any better. So anyway, guys, that is the center mid tactical.
Well, like I said, y'all can't say I don't know ball, bro. 15 questions. I probably got about, I at least got 10 of those. Correct. So that was actually a good video, man. Shout out to Matt. I just heard he just retired, man. Congratulations on a great career. Like I said, I know he's still gonna be creating content, inspiring folks. So just keep doing what you're doing. Shout out to Matt. But if you're any skill level, as long as you're still playing like soccer/football, these types of videos are amazing to get that IQ up, because everybody likes to focus on the physical, but it's not always about the physical, man. Like, you gotta have the mental, because you can be the fastest, the strongest, but if you don't know what you're doing in the game, all that physical means nothing. So this is an amazing video. Hope he keeps coming out with more, because if he does, we're gonna be reacting to it and watching it, because this is just a fun little test to see your skills, see your IQ. But as usual, if you stay to watch the whole thing, you're a real one. Appreciate you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.